Fuck what the crackers talking, we frontlining. Way before the quarantine, we see you punks hiding. See us and y'all swerve like you drunk driving. We just want to debate, we don't want violence. Fuck what the crackers talking, we frontlining. Way before the quarantine, we see you punks hiding. See us and y'all swerve like you drunk driving. We just want to debate, we don't want violence. Way before the quarantine, y'all was in the house. We was outside teaching, deacon, bring it out. Law, statutes, and commandments, that's what we about. They disrespect the chief up on the keys, trying to leash the y'all ain't just hating and jealous. My name ain't ringing favelas. I came up banging with killers, orangutans, and gorillas.
Now let me ask you a question, bro. Who does that sound like? Who does that sound like? They sold their boy out. They sold their own people out. Don't blacks and Hispanics do that?
That's exactly what
you got one example of a traitorous white man. One example.
But you know what? Let me say something. Slavery is not new.
Oh, of course not.
But the American slave trade was 400 years of something awful.
Oh yeah, of course. And you know what's crazy? There's only one other example of that type of slavery in all of history. Whether religious or secular, there's only one other example of the same type of slavery as American history. Do you know what that is?
Mental slavery.
Nah. In the book of Exodus, the slavery the Israelites suffered, that's the same exact slavery that the slaves that were brought here and taken from here suffered.
I'd say they're doing all right now, though.
We're doing decent, if that. We're living in cursed conditions. Look, check this out. Give me Deuteronomy 28. I'm gonna show you something, right? And you tell me if you can, if any of this sounds familiar to you. Give me Deuteronomy 28, start at verse 15. I'm gonna start at the 15th verse to explain to you what it is we're reading, right? Start at verse 15.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15.
Go ahead.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Says, so Moses was telling us, if we don't listen, pay attention to the words of the Most High God, our God, the God of the Black, Hispanic, and Native American, go ahead.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
So he said, these commandments that he told us to observe and to do, that he gave us that day in the wilderness in Sinai, go ahead.
That all these curses shall come upon thee.
It said all these curses were going to fall upon us, right? Now watch this. Give me a proverb and byword. I think it's 37. Come on. Now watch this. Go ahead.
Verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword.
We're an astonishment to everybody, right? Because everybody's like, how do they do it? How do they come from the bottom? Because they even use that against us. How do they come from the bottom, get so much money, and still act ghetto? Right? A proverb. Hey, you don't want to hang out with those cholos on the corner. Hey, man, don't be hanging out with them niggas on the corner. Yeah, you know them Bloods, you know them Crips. Hey, don't be hanging out with them SAs, you know them wetbacks. We become a proverb. When Mexico sends its people, it sends its worst people, right? We become a proverb. And what's the last one? Go ahead.
And a byword.
We become bywords. Look, check this out, bro. Let me see a sign right quick. They call us these things on your left. They call us African American. They call us Central American. They call us Hispanic, Latino. They call us Indian. They call us Spics. They call us Beaners. They call us Border Hoppers. Hey, those are bywords, bro. And now imagine all the ones they got for so-called blacks and indigenous and Native Americans, right? I'm just telling you the ones they got for my people. You know what I'm saying? We become all these things. Can you relate to that? Right? Hey, you see that, right? Now watch. Now watch this. Right? Hey, and they did it to who? They only did it to us, right? They only dehumanized us because why? Okay, so you're. Oh no! Oh, hey, brother! I'm so-called Central American. I could never forget that bastard. Fuck him, his family, and death to all of them. But look, even at that, look how they did us, right? Why are we the only? We're the only group of people. We're the only group of people that speak somebody else's language and have somebody else's last name. Did you know that? Because what's your last name, bro? Or a popular last name in the African American community? Jones, Johnson.
That was always my understanding. If your last name was Green, you probably were like a landscaper.
See? Hey, look, they gave you something, right? Hey, they give us bywords as last names, bro.
I'm the reason why they didn't want us to read.
Landscaper.
Hey, see? Hey, real talk, bro.
Okay,
Hey.
your last name's black. Your last name's white.
Hey, look at that. Look at the way the white man has dehumanized us, right?
My family didn't even get a name until they were owned.
Look at
That's why
that.
their last name is white.
Look at that. See how the scriptures come to life, right? They talk to you. That's one curse. Give me that. Your eye shall be evil towards your brother. That's about 58, I believe. 54, yeah.
At the time.
Now watch this. Now watch this, right? We talked about gangbanging, right? Your essays, your norteños, your Bloods, your Crips, your Hoovers, all so on and so forth, right? Now watch this. Go ahead.
Verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate.
So somebody that can have great talent, they could be a great boxer, anything, bro. They can have some sort of talent, anything that'll get them out of this position. Right. Go ahead.
His eye shall be evil toward his brother.
Well, because we're under these curses, instead of him doing that, he's gonna turn to gangbanging because he's gonna hate his brother. Because a Blood's biggest enemy is a Crip, correct? An SA's biggest enemy is another SA or a norteño or whoever. In prison, blacks and Hispanics beef it, right? We're our own enemies, right? Our eye is evil towards our own people, because how come we can relate to the same oppression?
I grew up with Puerto Ricans.
Hey, look at that. We can all relate to the same oppression, right? But why do we hate each other though? Because the Bible said our eye will be evil towards our brother. Exactly. We divide a nation, and what happens? We conquer them. Now they're Mexicans, now they're Guatemalans, now they're black, now they're Haitian, now they're Jamaican.
Call it El Salvador by mistake.
Don't ever call me no Mexican, bro. Don't ever call me no Mexican, bro. I know that's where you was going with it, right? But the funny thing about it, Guatemalan?
No, Puerto Rican.
Oh yeah, hey, come.
Similar.
The thing is,
For some reason.
because ultimately we're different tribes according to the Bible, but because our eye is evil to our brother, you know what I'm saying? No, we're the same nation, we're different tribes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We belong to the same forefather. We just have a different. Right. Same nation. We just belong to a different subsect of it. You feel me? But let's keep going. So your eye will be evil towards your brother, right? Go ahead.
His eye shall be evil toward his brother and toward the wife of his bosom.
See, and what do we do? Hey, I can't stand that bitch. Man, she get on my nerves, right? That's how you look at your woman sometimes, right? Go ahead.
And toward the remnant of his children.
Hey, and you look at your kids like, damn, I should just leave you, right? Go ahead.
Which he shall leave.
Hey, and what? Hey, so who suffers the highest rate of what is it called? Single parenthood? Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, right? Hey, a white man trying to tell me, well, I grew up in a single parent home, so you're an anomaly. Yeah, you're an anomaly. You want me to feel bad for you for what you've been doing, and you know that's.
The reason why I shine consistently, I put words together scientifically and create life and energy when I write this biochemistry. Mind so bright that I can get the blind sight when I speak. Let me give you insight up on my life up in these streets. We say we black, we don't know our right identity, cause we was taught and brainwashed by white supremacy, killing each other, but we scared to fight our enemies. We need to remember we brothers and unite to get us free, cause they thrive on our genocide of misery. They tried to make our bloodline a mystery and hide our history, but lies eventually come to light to any eye witnessing, nigga. Revolution.